biggest win of your career?
Yeah, I get the last win's always the biggest one anyway, because it's always the form you're on. But it's a really good opponent, someone I've got a lot of respect for. He's got a good record. He's got a legitimate people on his record, so it's fantastic for my own record. And it's the biggest win as far as back I can see. And that's the only win I care about is the newest one.
Oli mówi, że to jest największe zwycięstwo w jego karierze, ponieważ Szymon to jest mocny rywal z mocnym rekordem, także uważa, że na dzień dzisiejszy fajnie mieć takie nazwisko w rekordzie i jest to największe jak do tej pory zwycięstwo w jego karierze.
You got a new nickname, one shot, one kill.
That's not a bad nickname. I'll take that. But what happens next fight? You have to change it. You have to change it next fight. But for now, I'll take it.
No tutaj Oli został zapytany o nowy pseudonim i mówi, że po prostu taki już zostanie, jeśli dobrze zrozumiałem.
Your first belt in your career?
No, this is my third belt in my career. In the beginning of my career, I won the UCMA cage rage belt in England. Not such a big belt now, but when I won it, I beat a guy on a good form. I defended against Mark Potter, someone who you might not have heard of, but if you look him up, he's much better than you realise. So I'm very proud of that one still. And in 2015, I won the IGF Inoki belt in Japan. It was a Grand Prix through the year, 3 fights, open weight, and I got 3 wins, a big knockout on New Year's Eve. So that was a good win. But I didn't get to keep the belt, unfortunately, because the belt was too expensive. So they said I couldn't take it home. So, but I'm just really, all I care about is the belt around my waist right now because it's a great feeling. And when I fight, I don't fight for belts. I'm not in there fighting thinking about a belt. So even when the guy's on the floor and my hands being raised, it's only then I realize, oh yeah, there's a belt. I'm not really thinking about that, but it's the best kind of trophy when you got a belt around your waist.
Michał Kita wygrał dzisiaj pojedynek z Igorem Pokrajaczem i powiedział, że jest gotowy na to, żeby się z tobą zmierzyć jeszcze dzisiaj. Michał Kita won a fight with Igor Pokrajacz and he said during the interview that he is ready to fight you even tonight. So what can you say about that?
Show me the money. No, me and Keith are going to fight. I'm sure of this. But let me enjoy my evening. He's a tough guy.
No, Oliwier mówi, że należy po prostu pokazać mu pieniądze, ale teraz chce się cieszyć tym wieczorem i tym zwycięstwem.
What's with your contract in KSW? Could you fight there where you want?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's well known that I had another fight with KSW, and they made a cooperation and agreement, which I really appreciate on both sides, from Fenn and from KSW, to let this happen and me be here. Obviously, it wouldn't be possible, and so I really appreciate them being able to do that. It's good to know people can talk and work things out. And obviously, me having the belt here is good for KSW and good for Fenn. I'm going to be back on Fenn, no doubt about it, defending this and knocking people out again. And if the opportunity and we can work it out, so I'm on KSW as well at some point, and then that's even better because they're 2 great shows.
Oli, popsułeś kupony wielu kibicom z Polski. Powiedz nam, jakie były twoje oczekiwania co do tej walki przed walką? Oli, you broke some bets for Polish fans. What was your expectation before a fight? What do you feel in the octagon today?
It's funny because before the fight, obviously we get in a group, we get sent information for all the fighters for Fenn, and some of it's in Polish, some of it's in English. So sometimes they write in English if it's important, some stuff isn't important. And if I think it looks interesting, because sometimes a word looks similar to the English word, I'm thinking that looks interesting. So one of it was, I think, a link to betting, to odds, and I looked at the odds for myself, and they were crazy. How are you going to do that? How are you going to have them odds on me? That's crazy. It's mad. And actually, a friend of mine who's a big MMA fan, goes to all the Vegas shows, travels around, and he's watching the pay-per-view tonight. He said I'm whacking £1,000 on that, £1,000 on that. So I hope he did. And I hope he sends me some. Because it was crazy. What I said, I was only the underdog from form, but not necessarily on quality, in my opinion. No disrespect.
In September is Fenn 29 in Ostródzie. Are you ready for a fight on this event?
I was ready for KSW last year on 2 days. I was ready for Fenn today on 3 weeks. So you give me 6 weeks, I'm gonna be too ready.
Oliwier mówi, że w zeszłym roku wziął 2 dni przed galą walkę z Antedelią na KSW, więc teraz to nie ma takiego znaczenia. Dajcie mu 6 tygodni, a on się przygotuje. Oliwier, chciałbym Cię też zapytać o genezę Twojej piosenki na wyjście. Co to dla Ciebie znaczy? So Olivier, tell us about your genesis about your song, which makes you like a warrior before the fight.
On my walkout music. Well, it was my friend, the announcer, Red's own song, and you know he's a great guy, and he introduced me to a few of his tracks, his music, and that one for a few reasons had the right feel to it, and it was a pleasure to come out to his music, and I'll be using it again.
Oliwier mówi, że to jest przyjemność wychodzić do tej muzyki, do której wychodzi. Ta akurat piosenka go bardzo nakręca, także tyle.
Zapytam jeszcze Oliego, z kim będzie chciał toczyć swój bój o obronę pasa. Who you want to fight next for a belt? Do you think that Michał Kita is a good opponent for you?
Yes, Kit's the guy here now, right? He just beat Igor, who's an amazing fighter with so many experiences and that, and he took control. Yeah, and he's had so many fights, and he's still very dangerous now. You know, I've been training with these guys are my guys. So I've been training with the ATT Croatia guys, and they've been down my corner. So I felt for myself in the last few days just playing around with him. He's strong as a bear and still so dangerous. So you know, it's a very good win for Kita as well, and he has to be number one contender now. I know he made a case for wanting to be number one contender before this fight. I know there was some dispute about this. So I'm glad, first and foremost, I'm glad that I've shown that I was worthy of this position with my finish. And you know, he's shown himself to be worthy of fighting for it himself next time.